Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1, Episode 1 of Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, and we are playing with the open and play startup rule scenario. So this is basically the introduction scenario that helps us learn to play the game. I've also got the Fall of Avalon, Monsters of Avalon monsters on the sideboard, just in case we need to grab one of those miniatures. We've got the open and play deck here, and we've got the Menhir and Bior on the board. I've got a paint through video too that you can go check out our painting for these. Menhir with his candles. I referenced some classic paint versions for these. And Menhir starts here on the board. And we're going to jump right into round number 1. We've got the initial Bior tokens set up. We've set up the board basically by the back of the tokens. I believe I placed these here. You guys can correct me if I'm incorrect. We've got the food and wealth as indicated on the back of his player card. So let's jump right into round number 1 and we'll walk through the tutorial together. Our season 1 will basically be the tutorial game, but why not? This is a great way to learn it. Before we jump in, quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontus Fathom Press. We've got a link to our bookstore down below. We've got the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence. This makes a great Christmas present. Go check this out in the links for your Lovecraft fan. Any Dune fans out there, we've got Alchemy and Anthroposophy in the Dune Saga. Very interesting essays taking us through all of the Dune Saga and really aligning it to Jungian alchemy, anthroposophy, and how Dune is basically some very interesting speculation on Frank Herbert's part on spirituality, psychology, ethics, even in politics, going forward with the future of artificial intelligence, transhumanism. It's all in here, so go check it out. And then finally, you can check out Moldenhauer's Tales of the Yellow Sign, Volume 1 and 2, Lost Carcosa and the Yellow Sign, and the King in Yellow. Check these out in the links. Help to support the channel. You can also support us by liking and subscribing. We have a Patreon for as little as $1. You can keep, you can read a digital version of Genealogy of Cthulhu and keep on top of our upcoming gameplay in A Song of Ice and Fire, Joan of Arc, Tainted Grail. We've got lots of miniature paintings out there. We've been doing quite a bit of Evangelion model builds, so you can go check that out. If you like and subscribe, and in the end, thank you for our Patreons and for our subscribers for supporting. Let's jump into round number 1. So it says part 1, the start of the day. It's now dawn. Bior is ready to start his journey. Perform your first start of the day routine following the order listed on the green help card. Okay, so we have start of the day. This card helps you to remove expired menhirs and locations out of the menhir range. The only menhir on the map has a dial. It's not expired. And all revealed locations adjacent to this menhir, so don't discard them. Now reduce the menhir dial by 1. So we'll take this menhir dial. He was at 8, right? And we will reduce him to 7. So now the menhir dial is reduced to 7. Next up, it says the help card also mentions time tokens. Remove time tokens. Reveal the next event card. In a standard game, you would now reveal the event card, but in this tutorial, it has its own event cards printed below. Read it. So this is the event card. It says, Quest. Speak with the blacksmith, Airfear. Hint, to meet Airfear, you have to explore the farmhold location. There are no guardians to move, and you don't have items, so you may skip the remaining start of the day steps. Okay, so let's just check these start of the day steps while we're here. We've done these, remove the time tokens, move the guardians during the day. Players perform 1 action each. End of the day. Rest, consume 1 food, restore health. Advance your characters by spending EXP, modify your decks. Going and staying, read the nightmares, and start the next day. Okay, so that's our order of the day. Kind of give us an intro to that. There are no guardians to move, so let's do our first exploration. After the start of the day, characters may perform actions. Each action in Tainted Grail is marked with a special icon that shows its cost. In his first action, Bior should visit Airfear. To do so, explore the farmland location. To initiate this action, pay 1 move the marker in your energy track one slot lower. So here's our energy track. I'm going to move this energy track. Oops. I think that's right. Let's just double check what that was. We started out with 2 aggression and 1 courage. Okay, so that's fine. So we're going to move this energy track 1 track lower here. And then it says, in a standard game, exploration would direct you to text on the other side of the location card, but this tutorial won't spoil any story. Instead, go to the tutorial exploration journal printed on the last page of the exploration book. And there find the appropriate section, 101, farm hold, and start reading. Okay, so we're going to go to our exploration journal, and it's on the last page, they said. So this is a tutorial journey. It says the farm hold. Exploration journal entries from most locations in Tainted Grail start with the location at your discussion. Make your choice now. Speak with your... Okay, so a deep feeling of loss pervades the town. From dilapidated farms to the sunken eyes of those who remain in the town, the men here in the market is nearly extinguished. Still, this place is the only home you ever knew. Now you're ready to choose what to do in this location. Below are 2 options redirecting you to 2 different paragraphs. For the first time you come here, you're able to choose the first option because the second one requires the specific part of a status. For you, here's the second time. If you're here for the second time, you can choose part 2. So let's start with part 1. Make your choice now. Speak with the master. Only if you don't have the surprising errand status. So we don't have that. So we go to verse 1. Or we can do complete your mission. So we're going to go to verse 1. Airfare is up earlier than usual. So this is the blacksmith that we're going to talk to, right? We're going to go meet the blacksmith of town, right? The blacksmith is up earlier than usual. As you enter, he hides a large pack behind a curtain and turns to you with a wide smile. You here, lad? Good. Hope you're ready for to stretch your legs a bit. I hear a star fell near whitening, and a local tanner picked it up. It's a strange ingot, large as your dingy head. I'd rather not have it fall into the hands of some other smiths. You nod. Falling stars are a bad omen for most simple folk, because they can always excite blacksmiths and armorers. After all, the legendary Excalibur was forged from one of these cold shards of a distant sky. Soon you depart, walking down the sloppy fields toward the mist-covered forest, with some rations, your trusty hammer, and a purse full of silver Ephrier gave you. Before stepping into the shadow of the trees, you take one last look back at the ancient statue towering over the houses. How much longer can this stand? How much longer can this old thing protect the farmland? Gain 1 part of the surprising ending status and gain 1 wealth, and the exploration completes. So if you gain your first story-related status, mark it on your tutorial sheet and write it down on a piece of paper. BR also gains 1 wealth, so we'll add 1 wealth to his wealth container. And after that, the exploration ends. You should return to the game to go to part 3, first travel. Okay, so we've done our first encounter. Let's do our first travel now. Your exploration is now finished, and you have a new task. It's time to start. So actually, we should leave him. He's on the board here, Beor. He's on the board here with the men here. So let's have him exploring. Your exploration is now finished, and you have a new task. It's time to start moving Beor towards his destination, the cursed farmland known as the Whitening. As you know from the exploration journal, the Whitening is northeast of your village. To plan the journey, let's study all relevant locations. To the east is the Charred Conclave, a dangerous place that will trigger an automatic encounter as soon as Beor enters it because of the lightning image, okay? So you can see that here. There's a lightning icon here. Next up, the north is the Hunter's Grove. And we see some kind of massive beast skeleton in the picture there. Hunter's Grove. We can gather foods, it says. To the north is a Hunter's Grove. This looks better, doesn't it? He can gather some food. So to perform the travel action, you pay 1 motion. So we're going to pay another motion. So we're going to move from 5 to 4 on the motion track, and then Bayor can go up to Hunter's Grove. Connect to your current location with direction keys, numbers on the edge of cards for more information on the page of the rulebook. You may reveal any locations are connected to your current location. Okay. In range of an active menhir, they're adjacent either in a straight line or diagonally. In this case, you should attach location 106, the 4 Dweller Mounds. So here's the 4 Dweller Mounds location. And we can add this here. We're going to activate that as well. And this is our actual goal, to go here. So in range of an active menhir, they're always adjacent. You can attach the 106, 4 Dweller Mounds, and 107, the whitening. 107 goes, 106 goes on this side. And the whitening, here's the whitening. This one gets attached on this side. Oh, sorry, I was right the first time. This goes to 102 here. And the 4 Dweller Mounds, 106, goes here. Right, okay. I was correct. This is correct. Okay. Do not attach to the location 113 at the top, as it's too far from the menhir. Okay. So that's going to be his move. And Bayor's new location has an action, gather food. So food is an important resource that you consume at the end of each day. So gathering more won't hurt. So we can pay 2 energy. So we'll move him down 2 on the track. And this allows him to gain 2 food. So take 2 markers and put them in the food space. So he gets 2 more food markers. And at the action, you may also ask you to draw 1 green encounter card. So where's the green encounter card? I believe these are... Take the green encounter that you placed near the map during the beginning and place it face up when we start the turn. So I'm going to turn this over in the next turn. So we'll see you guys in round number 2. Thanks for watching. I'm liking the way this game plays already. So talk to you in round number 2. Take care. Bye-bye.